Happy New Year and welcome back to the Purple Pants Podcast. I'm super excited. It's a new year, same me, but I am super excited to have my best friend back on the podcast for a one-on-one with the one, the only Mr. Wendell Holland. Wendell, what's poppin'? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Bryce Isaiah. It is a beautiful, beautiful start to 2025, man. Thank you for having me join you.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure when we are on good terms because we know the tide change every other day, but that's what happens with brothers. You get somebody like a Wendell who get on your nerves constantly, but
Hold
is the
on,
best
Bryce.
friend.
It's New Year, new me.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't gotten on your nerves this whole year.
That is a fact. That
Okay.
absolutely is a fact. There's been so much we have to catch up on. At the last quarter of 2024, we closed out the BWP Tour 47. How was your holiday? Like, fill us in on what's been going on with you.
Oh, it was a great holiday. Lauren, my big sister, came home. So we had Winnie, Lauren, my mom, and my dad. We had a great Christmas, a great New Year, and just lots of laughs, lots of presents, and it was a good time. And we appreciate you stopping by and spending
Yes.
quality time with my little man and driving him around on that little box that you found that I was supposed to throw out. It was a
Any
good.
parent will tell you, why spend hundreds of dollars on these new fancy toys? I came over and Wendell's son and we played in a box for 2 hours, okay? I had to spend no money, okay? We just played in a box. So listen to the parents out there. Just wrap the boxes. The kids don't know the difference.
But Bryce, the problem is this: you drove him around on this box. You were driving him around. Then you started picking him up and doing all these things.
Oh, wow.
You leave, and then all of a sudden, I'm trying to do something in the kitchen. When he shows up to the kitchen with his box, expecting me to do all those things that you did.
You his
I'm like,
father.
that's Uncle Bryce's job to drive you around. But you know what? We appreciate Uncle Bryce.
That's the best part of being an uncle. You can drive them around, drop them off, and say, see ya. But yeah, glad that you had an amazing holiday. The holidays were actually really good for me. I think sometimes with families, the holidays aren't always good, right? You know, you get different dynamics together and it's an issue. And I think for my family, for a very long time, the holidays have been plagued with not great times. However, this year, the holidays were really good. Like we had a great time. And I like had to call my mom and I was like, we spend so much time talking about the bad holidays that we don't actually celebrate the good holidays. And so my holiday with my family this year was like very, very special. And I'm very grateful for this holiday season and the Purple Pants Posse and all of the Bryce and Wynn present supporters. Tour 47 was epic, amazing, strenuous.
Bryce, it was a great tour. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was a lot. It was more dates than we've ever tried. 10 dates out of 14 episodes, which is usually 10 dates out of 13, which could be 10 dates out of 13 episodes, but we had the 2-part finale. So 10 dates out of 14 episodes, that's a lot. We usually do 8. But my buddy Bryce and I and Joey
And Hatch.
we got it done.
We did it. Now, sometimes in order to see your future, you have to go back into the past. And how would you describe the start of your 2024?
The start of
And
my
let's also
20.
just remember this is a safe space, a safe podcast. You could be honest because I think, you know, being transparent sometimes is really helpful when you think about the process of things.
Okay. The start of my 2024 was I was in a state of flux. It was a little tumultuous, and there was a lot of uncertainty, and it was difficult. You know, it was difficult. Things were changing. In my personal life, things were changing, and so again, it was difficult, and there was a lot of uncertainty at the beginning of 2024.
For sure, being one of your closest friends, definitely the end of 2023, the beginning of 2024 was definitely not an easy time to be your friend. Like, you never want to see your friend struggling, you never want to see your friend down. But I feel like sometimes, as a support system to people, my job is to show up, be my crazy self, be annoying. But the one thing that I think really is important, and we don't often talk about it a lot, is our faith, right? I think that faith is something so important. I think that having a deep rooted faith in something can really get you through those tough times. And I think I bring up faith because, do you remember the phone call you got on Christmas 2023?
2023, the
In the
phone
midst
call?
of your storm, you got a phone call on Christmas 2023. Do you remember?
No.
Would you like for me to share?
Yeah.
Well, sure. Well, first, let's go back. Wendell's home. At one point in time, Wendell was in the dungeon. I don't know why he put his bedroom in the basement. I never liked it in the basement. And when Wendell was going through some things, he'd be spending a lot of time in the dungeon. And one day I got a call from Wendell. Actually, it was on Christmas, and Wendell was crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? Who I gotta fight? Do you remember this phone call?
No, I remember a call on my birthday.
Oh, maybe it was your birthday. Okay. Christmas, your birthday, the same thing. I mean, listen, Jesus's birthday is Christmas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I
So
remember
the
a
start.
very important call on my birthday.
So my bad. I was thinking about Jesus's birthday. On your birthday,
Oh, you were
you
confusing me and the man upstairs?
I wasn't. Well, I mean, they did say he had locks of wool and your
His
hair.
hair was woolly. He's a carpenter.
He was a
I
carpenter.
will not compare myself to the man upstairs. But Bryce does.
However, your birthday is in March, still the beginning of 2024, a relatively rocky time for you. And I remember, not Jesus's birthday, but on your birthday, you called me in the dungeon crying, and you were like, bro. And I was like, what? And what
And I was
happened?
home alone. I was home alone on my 40th birthday.
How old?
I was home alone on my second 20th birthday.
And in that midst of you being in this transitional place, not really happy, trying to figure out what your peace is like, in the midst of that storm, what was the bright ray of sun that you got on your birthday?
Yeah, that was crazy because we filmed the pilot for Extreme in 2023 in August. And then I've done a lot of shows. I've done pilots, I understand that it is not easy for something to get through. And we were waiting on ABC to greenlight it. And out of nowhere, on my birthday, they don't know it's my birthday. The showrunner calls me. This is in March. We filmed the previous August. This is in March. And I get a call from the showrunner saying that the show is greenlit on my birthday. To
Now,
God be the glory.
okay, and sometimes he may not show up when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. And I am a firm believer in that God will order your steps, and everything happens for a reason. One of your lifelong goals has been to host a show like Extreme Makeover. And along the way, you have had your own building furniture company. You went on the show Survivor. You've met a great friend like me. In that process of you,
How do you
that's how that
always see
then you had a
interject?
that listen, that's how you do it. Okay. In that process though of you filming and getting the pilot for Extreme Home Makeover, who was one of your casting directors?
Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy. Um, my good buddy from Survivor Ghost Island, Jacob Derwin, called me saying Extreme is casting.
Mm.
And hey, Wendell, they're looking for hey Wendell, they're looking for a hunky guy. But I want to throw your name in the mix. I'm like, Jacob, thank you so much. When I hear they're looking for a hunky guy, I don't think that that is exactly what that's not me. Go ahead. I knew you were going to hit. I know that's not me, but I'm going to just put me out there. I'm going to do my best.
Mm.
So please put my name in the hat. Jacob Derwin, he was one of the people in casting, and I thank my buddy and this relationship we had for thinking about me, because I did apply for this same position 5 years prior, and
Mm.
ended up going on Winners at War instead of going to final casting for Extreme for the last iteration. Didn't think that would come back, and thankfully Jacob called me to throw my name in amongst 41, 42 other builders, they said.
Wow. And
Yeah.
again, that's just another testament to what is meant for you is going to be for you. And you have to go along life's path. Sometimes you make decisions that you're like, should I've done this? Should I've done that? What is meant for you is meant for you. And it's so exciting to be here on January 1st of 2025. And tomorrow is going to be the first episode of Extreme Makeover Home Edition on ABC. First of all, let's clap it up for our good brother Wendell. So we have a whole season of Extreme Makeover. Talk about what the process has been like for you to film this.
This was a very intense show, and I've done intense shows before. This one, man, what a beautiful show. It shows like the beauty in humanity. It shows the beauty in community. It shows everyone coming together as a community, understanding the mission, which is to, in 5 days, build and move in a very, very deserving, incredible family into a new home. We build the home from the ground up in literally 3 days. We move everything of theirs in on the 4th day, and on the 5th day, we yell, move that bus, and we give this beautiful home to this beautiful family. And to travel the country doing that and working with thousands of volunteers, contractors, the incredible hosts, Clea and Joanna from the Home Edit, the design team, which is myself, and Ariane. She's the interior designer. I'm the builder. It's a great team. We have this great dynamic, and watching us work throughout the season, it's you guys will love it, and it will be an emotional roller coaster. And I can't say enough about it. Bryce, I could sit here and talk for an hour about it, but I'll just answer your questions.
What was something unexpected that you had to deal with? It could be like emotionally or physically while filming this season that you weren't necessarily thinking was going to be on this journey.
Yeah, well, one thing that I didn't think about was the weather. Um, we shot all over the country, and we've had to shoot in hurricanes. We've had to shoot in extreme heat and humidity that we didn't think could get any hotter. Then we have to shoot in heat that would be even hotter than that, 110 degrees in Phoenix. Then we'd have to shoot in heat and dust in Simi Valley outside of LA. Like, we went all over the place. We were in just outside of Austin, just outside of Houston, outside of Phoenix, Orlando, LA, and dealing with the elements and understanding that you only have 5 days to build from the ground up and get the family in, despite a hurricane or despite whatever may happen. The elements, they added another element to the show. Everywhere we went, the elements did something to us.
What was something that caught you magically by surprise that you was like, oh my God, like, wow, I'm really on the set of Extreme Makeover Home Edition?
You know, I've done big productions before. Survivor is big. They got the helicopter. You get marooned and you see hundreds of people, producers, camera crew. You might see family members of people. Like, you see an incredible production, but on the TV, you see the 20 castaways and Jeff Probst. On Extreme, In the build world, I've done a lot of shows, but they've never been so big. Extreme Makeover Home Edition on ABC is one of these big, like, survivor level shows. I mean, there are so many people, lots of producers, lots of camera people, but then you have the whole community volunteering. You have all hands on deck. In building a house in 3 days, that means that the schedule is something is happening on the build schedule every 15 minutes. Every 15
Wow.
minutes, something is happening 24 hours. So if we were to show up at 4 in the morning, things are moving. They're putting on shingles, they're doing the roofing, they're putting the siding up, they're drywalling the house. I've never been on a build show that's as big as something like Extreme Makeover. I've done build shows that, like, we're building a house in 6 months, and I thought that was fast to build this big, beautiful house that we're giving away for HGTV Smart Home or something like that. In this case, we're building a beautiful house in 3 days, moving them in on the 4th day and giving it to them on the 5th day.
Wow, that's crazy. What how did you leave the Wendell Holland effect in these homes and with these families?
Oh, I try to add my personality or a little bit of me to everything. So and just in whenever you see me, you'll know it's me on the show. Like, you'll see me in Art World. That's where we build everything. I have this incredible build team that helps bring everything to life. Whether it's and of course, they always want some kind of a custom Wendell project or something cool. So in my case, I'm thinking about ways to either do something special for the family, something to highlight what makes them tick or what they love, or something special for the children. During the house tour, Clea, Joanna, myself, and Ariane, we'd walk around and we'd look for nuggets. It's like a treasure hunt for you to kind of understand what makes this family tick. You know, this 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 child, they might like making content, or this mother, they might like teaching their children about their culture and have a cultural wall or something. So we look for little things that make the family tick. This painting might be so special to them. How do we supersize it? Or
Mm.
this, there are little things. So we'd go on our treasure hunt, and I'd look for ways. All right, how can I, as the builder, how can I build something special for the family, or make an extra cool, awesome reveal for the family? Whether it's me pressing a button and having something come out of a wall or shoot up from the floor or come down from the ceiling, I was able to really get creative and work with the team to make some awesome reveals. And I think that's how I left my mark on the show.
Wow. And leaving your mark, we know that Clea and Joanne are the hosts. What actually is your official role on this season? What can we expect in what capacity to see you?
Yeah, you'll see me in there. You'll see me in there when it comes to the build or communicating the build to Clea and Joanna, or to Ariane, the designer. That's my purview. That's what I do. So Clea and Joanna will talk you through a lot of the story of the show. The four of us will walk up to the house, knock on the door, introduce this family to the Extreme team and to America. We will walk through the home, figure out what's going on, what they need. We will leave. Clea and Joanna, they are incredible organizers. They're the best in the business. They have the Home Edit, that is their company, and they do such a incredible job of organizing homes or spaces or wherever you need it, with rainbow with rainbows, essentially. Like, it's color coordinated. And so what they do is they take everything outside of this, they take everything from the family's home and they bring it into what they call the edit zone. And this is a fast, very extreme version of decluttering and
Mm.
getting rid of the things that you don't need. They have the family walk through a big space that is the edit zone and see everything that was in their home. And they then are able to take and edit out the things that they don't need, so that in this new home that I'm over here building, they can bring in what's needed. So then Clea, Joanna, Ariane, and myself, we come together in the design huddle and we think, all right, what does this family need? How much square footage does this family need? What kind of storage solutions? What kind of zones? Clea and Joanna are big on zones. What kind of zones do they need? Do they need a great room? What do they need in the kitchen? What kind of, storage in the garage? Do the kids love art? Do we need an art space? Does the mother love sewing? Do we need to incorporate that? We try to figure out everything that this family needs in our design huddle. I call it like the Avengers coming together, because you got
Oh,
the designer Ariane, you have the organizers Clea and Joanna, you have the builder me. We come together, we put all our ideas together, and we figure out a plan. That happens in Art World, which is basically my domain. That's where we build everything. And then Clea and Joanna go, they do their thing. Ariane gets with the design team and like starts thinking about it, and I start building. And so you'll see me a lot. You'll see me at the beginning. You'll see me, with the door knock and the tour. Then you'll see me in Art World. Then you'll see me building, and you might even see me call some friends, call some guests, call some other builders, call some artists. I got a lot of phone numbers in my Rolodex that I tap into to make sure that we do something very special for all these families.
I love that. It makes me so excited for tomorrow, Thursday, January 2nd on ABC. Now, I know I've seen a lot of shows and hosts, and you know me, I love a little gossip and like, the rumor mills and different things. And hosts always don't get along. Sometimes, they might look pretty on camera, but off camera, that's not really the deal. What's your relationship like with Joanne, Clea, and Ariane?
Joanna and Clea and Ariane are great, great, great women. I am like, we're like family. They're like sisters to me. I'm the only guy in the mix, and they treat me great. Like, they include me in everything. And like, we've been to multiple homes of Clea's. They're just so welcoming. And Joanna and Clea have this very big company. They are so well connected. These women are like, they're so inspirational the way they've built their company. And to be able to accept Ariane and myself into the family immediately, we didn't meet in person before we filmed the pilot. We did chemistry tests
Wow.
on Zoom, and then when we got to the pilot, when we met, it was instant chemistry. We love each other. So, and you can pair any two of us for any scenario in the show, and it works because we all have these unique, cool dynamics. So on set, on the show, you will see that we genuinely really like each other. And then in real life, you might see like some of our social media clips or things that are not on the extreme camera. You'll see that we actually really like each other. We have a group chat. We were texting each other all morning. We're so excited for tomorrow. We can't wait. Joanna and Clea are currently in New York City. Bryce, you and I
Oh.
are pulling up tomorrow. So
Oh.
I don't know if I should have announced that, but we are going tomorrow. So pack your bag, Bryce. Ariana is bringing her family. We have Bryce. We got a little suite that we're going to be watching the show in.
Oh.
So letting you know.
As a semi-young Black man from the outskirts of Philadelphia, can you describe to me what it was like the last set or the last shoot that you guys did in Simi Valley, to be there and to have your mom and dad on set with you?
Oh man, Bryce, jeez. Wow. How do I even start? I My mom is kind of a homebody, and my dad travels a lot, and he's always is on the move, right? And so getting my mom to go somewhere is like the greatest, right? So, and my sister lives in LA, and I know that we're shooting out there, and then I know that, Bryce, we had a Bryce and Wen event out there that we kind of strategically placed because we knew we were shooting out there. And so I asked I sent the little family group chat like, "Hey, mom and dad, this is our last shoot. It would be great for you to come out here." And I knew that you were going to be there, Bryce. So I would have some kind of help with the fam, and I knew Lauren lives out there, so there's more help. And so my parents said that they were going to come out. And these shoot days, my call times are sometimes early, 6 a.m., 5 a.m., and they're long days, and I'm running around a lot, and I don't have a lot of downtime. But you found my parents out there, you brought them to set, and for me to, on this reveal day, which is the move that bus day, which is the biggest day for us, when we hand the keys over to the family, for my best friend Bryce to show up with my parents, for me to look over and see them, it was just the best feeling in the world. I felt so good. I felt so supportive, so supported. My family, they've always supported me in my like little sports. When I said, "Hey, I'm trying to go on this island. Y'all don't watch Survivor, but I'm trying to go on this show." They've always supported me. And for them to actually fly all the way out to LA, drive all the way out to Simi Valley, and watch me as part of this crew do this show and give this house away, especially with you there, Bryce. Thank you so much for taking care of my family, showing them the ropes out there on set. That was the greatest day. That was an emotional day. I needed them to be there with me, and that was our wrap. So essentially, we've been traveling for 3 months, giving away all these homes with this super emotional show. This is our last time doing it. This is a dream job for me. I'm already feeling all the feels like, man, this is it. We're hoping to get a second season, but you never know. And so I'm already feeling all the feels. And to just have my parents and my best buddy Bryce right there with me, it's what I needed. It is what I needed. So thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely. It was great. Now, I got to tell a story because let me talk to y'all about Wendell's daddy. First of all, Senior
Not too
is
much.
easy on
Not
the
too much.
eyes.
Not too
Okay,
much.
okay, sorry.
Not
But
too much.
Senior is an attractive man if I don't say so myself. But let me tell y'all about Wendell dad. How he's a con artist. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. So we on the set, they screaming, "Move that bus." I with Wendell's mom, like, yeah. Wendell's dad leans in and goes, "Hey, son." I'm like, oh, okay, I get called son now. And that was what should have been red flag number one. He goes, "Hey, son, do you know if there's a Best Buy anywhere near here?" I'm like, so what? So I'm like, I Google, I'm like, oh yeah, Senior, there's one 10 minutes away. After the set wraps up, Wendell's dad's like, so about that Best Buy, you trying to take us there? So then I gotta take him there. Then when I take him there, Senior's having an issue with his computer. It's gonna take 2 hours. Senior's like, you feel like dropping me and Neats back off at the hotel, then coming to get us and taking us back. Like, Senior got me, but it's
Hey,
quite all right because I had a day with the Holland family and it was great. It was really even more magical. I think I remember watching Extreme back in the day. And I remember like loving this show. And I remember always just like, move that bus. And so to be there and you know, the bus take a little while to come sometimes, but to be there. Oh my God. To be there and to see my best friend cheering on the crowd, talking to the family, to watch his dad and mom get emotional. It was so special. And I'm so proud of you. And I'm so excited. And I cannot wait for tomorrow. Is it 8 p.m.? 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ABC Extreme Home Makeover. Please set your DVRs. Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to support our good brother Wendeezy. We need a season 2. Okay, we need to see more of this brother. So proud of you. How what are your well actually you know what? Because we normally record a podcast around this time every year. And so now that we have Extreme under our belts, you said you've never worked on a set this big, right? So now our goals have to be even bigger because now we on to something more amazing. What let's manifest. What are we manifesting in 2025 and beyond?
Oh, yeah, Bryce. You have always yeah, yeah, extreme was that goal. Survivor was that goal, and then it was extreme. And you said you gotta start making new goals now. So which I haven't put too much thought into, but let's do a couple things. Let's get another show, whether it's a second season of Extreme, which would be contingent on the viewership. Like, let's watch these first few episodes. We need everyone to watch. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get another show, whether it's another Extreme Makeover. I would love that. This is the dream show. This is the greatest show. Um, I would do this show for the rest of my life if I could. I would retire from any other form of TV and do this show for the rest of my life if I could. I'm that serious about it. But I know how hard it is to get a second season. I've never been blessed to get a second season. So that would be the goal. If that's not in the cards, then I would love to do another show where I'm building or designing another show in that field. That is the first goal in 2025 or 2026. But if not, I am here to compete. Your boy is still a dog, so I'm here for
Oh.
a competition show also. But so that's the goal as far as those are the goals. Another show in 2025 or 2026. And another goal would be some kind of a good partnership. So I have some brands that I absolutely love, and they're tool brands or big box store brands or athletic wear brands or even beverages that I love to drink. But yeah, Bryce, if we can work on finding some kind of a really good partnership, that would be another goal of mine. But the most important thing for me in 2025, the absolute, like I'll say it to anybody, it is more time with Wenny, more time with him and my parents, more experiences with him. And I'd love to actually travel with him. I want to bring Wenny somewhere, whether it's Disney World, whether it's a beach. I'd like to take my son on a flight. I'd love to do that. And that's the real goal for 2025. Travel with my man, spend more time with him, love on him more, and just pour into my little man.
We love that. We're super proud of you. We'll all be tuning in. Can you close this out and give us the final plug that you need to and the call to action to what we need to do tomorrow?
Yes, yes. My first question is, I don't know why Bryce Isaiah's shirt is on backwards,
Because
but I
people
like
see
it.
Extreme. Okay.
I like it. But make sure you tune in tomorrow. That is January 2nd to ABC, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, to watch Extreme Makeover Home Edition, an incredible reboot of the show, a whole new, I guess, concept where your boy will be building and designing and helping out and contributing to changing the lives of incredible families. We have 7 episodes, and please tune in and support your boy. Make sure if you're watching, post it on your story. Tag me. I will repost everybody. Tag me. Show me that you're watching. I'm reposting y'all. Thank you guys so much. I'll be watching in New York City. I love you guys. I love the support. And I thank Bryce Isaiah for bringing me on this platform again.
Absolutely. And make sure we tag at ABC. Make sure we are tagging Extreme Home Makeover. Make sure we are tweeting about it. We need to get this popping. Now, listen, I got to go get ready for New York. This has been your Purple Pants podcast, one-on-one with one of the hosts of Extreme Makeover Home Edition, when DZ Holland. We are out. Congratulations. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Bert.
It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You better listen in public, might make your stomach hurt. Ooh. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to unwind, you better get that box wine. It's the Purple Pants Podcast. You're trying to get your snack, you better hurry right back though. It's the Purple Pants. It's the Purple